Steve, we kind of grew our businesses up in the mid-80s, and he's going to be sadly missed. And those within the industry will understand what I'm about to say, is that he really, was a real icon, a real industry icon, creating very, very special and innovative products. I mean, I just made computers, but he actually invented new ways of doing it, new systems and things like that. So going to be sadly missed, and I think very, very well remembered by the public.
Incredibly difficult for Apple to find anyone to fill those enormous shoes.
Well, I think that you have to understand, and I'm sure Steve would have been the first person to admit that he didn't do all this on his own. He has a team of great people there, and he was able to communicate with them and coordinate all of their ideas together and then present them in the way. I mean, Steve was the front man, so to speak, but I'm sure he would, and most probably did in the past, talk of all of the other unsung heroes within the organisation. They know the culture of the company, they know the culture of what he instilled, and I'm sure they will take it forward in the same way.
But that's an incredible skill in itself, as you know only too well, surrounding yourself with the right people in the first place.
Well, one of the things that a lot of people don't know is that the designer of the most of the Apple products is British. Yeah, he's one of the team. He is the man responsible for producing all of the exterior designs of the product, and there you are. It's actually a British guy.
Do you think, though, that it was the timing of Steve Jobs being where he was at exactly the right time? Because as we've said, they didn't always invent these products, but he had an incredible way of packaging them and designing them that made us feel that they were must-have items.
Absolutely, absolutely. Timing, you're quite right. When you look at some of the products, you say, well, what's the big deal? The iPod was basically an MP3 player, but it's the packaging of the whole proposition. The fact that not only did they supply the hardware, but they also supplied and made available the place where you went and bought the stuff to put on it, the iShop and all that stuff. The iPhone, for example, everybody knows that from the performance point of view as a telephone, it perhaps wasn't the greatest phone in the world, but all the other bits and pieces were on it, made it the iconic product that everybody wanted. And similarly now, the iPad tablet is, not a new thing. I mean, there have been tablet-style PCs out for a long time, but again, configuring it in the right way and having the backup of all the applications for people to download and use on it has turned it into a great product.